You know, it is always difficult to speak one professor's spoke. But I believe there is no better time for this report than now. As we are all aware, in Zamfara today, outside security challenges that we're facing, the second most critical sector that will be given concern and all the necessary attention is in the area of education. It is very clear with all the evidence that today in this country, Zamfara is the least in the area of education, which is really, really sad. You will agree with me that without education today, there will be no meaningful development in all aspects of life. And therefore, it's a sector that must be given all the desired attention it may require. It is on record that Zamfara State today, in every indices of education, we are not there at all. We are at ground zero, and that calls for serious concern for any responsible government, and therefore there is a need to overhaul the entire sector. I'm happy hearing this from the academics, from the professionals, and professionals also that are concerned about the people of Zamfara State, as I am. And I'm happy looking at the presentation. From what I saw here, they have done extremely well in terms of digesting the issues as well as the solutions, which if put in place, it will go a long way in changing the narratives. I'm also happy the Permanent Secretary of Education is seated here in our mix. And remember, part of the discussions we had last week in the area of education. And you have now seen exactly what we spoke about. And I raised all this concern in terms of the structures in place, as well as looking at all these boards from the tertiary institution all the way down to the primary schools. You've seen it. And I'm not trying to make life difficult for you as well as the entire people of Zamfara, but trying to make it work so that we can have a functional system in place, which will go a long way in solving all the challenges the education sector is facing in this state. We're all aware what this government inherited. Let's even start from the NICO and the WAEC. It is on record that for the past 4 years, our students, for one reason or the other, could not write WAEC properly. In fact, this year they missed the WAEC because of the way and manner the government handles education in the country, in the states. We are lucky as at the time we came on board, NACO were still preparing to start their examination, which we had to intervene during a series of meetings to understand what the issues or the challenges are, so that our children and grandchildren will be able to write the NACO exams. From the records, WAEC is owing the state government about 1.6 billion naira, while NACO is owing the state 1.4 billion naira. And from the presentation that I've just seen, it gives you an insight of what transpired, ranging from the figures as well as the students that sat for those exams in the previous years, which accumulated to this amount of money. And this is something also that we're going to go back to drawing board and engage those institutions. From the report I just saw, I have a clue now of what happened. And thank you very much for this report. It is also an eye-opener for me as a governor to really sit and do a proper analysis in this sector and come up with the solutions that will be beneficial to the states and the entire people of the state. Initially, I thought I was alone in this struggle and the passion and the intention for the reform. Fortunately for me, today I have seen other people that are as passionate as I am, as committed as I am to change the narratives in the area of education, which without it will be a different story. I'm also happy the head of service is here and other government officials that will be involved in this transformation, in these changes that will take place. Already, we've started implementing some of these changes. Hearing from Professor Bilbis about the importance of state university, that cannot be overemphasized. It is something that must be done. It is something that must be looked at critically to address all those challenges so that we can have a better state university that can compete with every other university in Nigeria. And looking at the advantages that it comes with, it must be given priority to make sure we get involved fully and maximize all the advantages that comes with it. It will help in terms of the enrollment of students of Zamfara State Indigenous. It will also help in terms of training qualified professionals in different fields, be it in engineering, be it in medical, and so on and so forth. And of course, there are political issues here and there, but let me assure you that under my administration, it will not happen. Everything will be based on merit. Even if it is the only legacy that I will leave as a governor, inshallah, I will make sure these recommendations are put in place. Of course, starting from basics, which is the primary, which is the foundation of knowledge. And that is an area, if you don't get it right from day one, you will never get it right throughout. You're fully aware of my visit to UBEC, where we had interesting conversation and exchange of ideas with the people concerned that lamented the challenges in the area of education, especially in Zamfara state, starting from the basic infrastructure to capacity building, which is key for a better and qualitative education. Alhamdulillah, they have absolute confidence in the current administration and they are ready. In fact, as we speak, we were able to get intervention from UBEC, which within the next 10 days